guys, this is HTownKick713. I'm coming back with a new review. This is the brand new, just released KD VIII, 4th of July, USA. Let's do a quick tail tape here. Just looking at the new box it comes in, it does have the number 8 there at the top. And working our way around the KD initials in the crimson color, seems like, and the Nike logo, and his autograph in the back, as the details of the shoe. So this is the KD VIII. It is coming in what they're calling a solar midnight navy, bright crimson and white. And the official retail of the shoe is $180. Be interesting if that is the general release pricing of the KD VIII for this year. That would be a markup of $30 more. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with the KD, how it sells out this year, being that much higher. But let's just look quick the silhouette of the shoe. And like I said, it does remind me of the silhouette of a running shoe, which people have noted. If I actually compare that, I kind of brought up my Lunar Glide here. Kind of compare those two silhouettes together, you know, top of each other. Kind of does give me a kind of almost like a running shoe look to it on the KD VIII. But there is definitely significant design technologies in here that make it a basketball shoe. Of course, the most notable feature of the technology for this shoe for this year is this upper. It is using what they call the Flexweave technology. Some of you may know it. It is the Flexweave technology that is on the, I believe, the Jordan 29. It's in 4 of their models. 2 of the Calvin Johnson models. I believe the new trainer model that came out, the cleat model, and the TW15, the Tiger Woods model. So very used in some previous shoes in the Nike lineup, but now used in here on the KD VIII model. Let's work our way from the front portion of the shoe. Looks like to get that fuse there on just that corner portion of the top of the front portion of the shoe to give a little more stability. Work our way up, look at that shoelace system. Of course, the most notable feature is this exposed fly wire on the outside of the shoe. Interesting, on the top portion, the bottom portion of the shoelaces go in that looping pattern. Then it changes to this, kind of standard crisscross pattern. So kind of interesting transition from a looping then to a crisscross pattern there at the top. This tongue, it almost, it's not as breathable. This material here, I don't know what it is, feels like a little bit leather. But there go the KD initials there at the top as we look at it. And the tongue does sit a little higher up. It reminds me a little bit of the CP3 model, kind of with that tongue being a little high. Work our way around to get that Phylon midsole, and they do use the Nike Zoom, which most of you do see that in the Kevin Durant models. Work our way to the back. This back portion here is hard. There's some sort of plastic on the back of that, in front of the material, so it is stiff there. But if we look at this design, this kind of this heel counter design, it is supposed to mimic a saber tooth kind of animal type of design in terms of how it's kind of laid out. So that's kind of the heel counter there. Work our way around the other side, look up close there at the details of this Flexweave. Of course, the most second notable feature of this shoe is the sole of the shoe. That is probably the most significant portion of the shoe. And we'll look up close as we run along from the heel. KD initials there in the middle portion of the shoe, and work our way up to the front. Of course, some of you may see there those groove patterns in the front and the rear. And up close, actually you see the names of what he'd done on the KD VII of his family. Barbara, Wanda there, Tony. So that's still pronounced in his shoe, paying homage to his family there. But these groove patterns, what they're calling this is an air-articulated zoom unit. So I guess kind of supposed that these groove patterns here are supposed to kind of work in conjunction with the zoom unit. And after a while, it was I wouldn't say it was a significant feeling on the feet here, but it was a nice transition from going from the forefront to the back of the heel. Now in terms of comparison, if we look at this shoe, it's kind of interesting. This like the KD VII was like this too. It's a very stiff shoe in terms of really won't bend side to side or bend top to bottom there. But very different from the Kobe 10 here, where you can kind of twist this one a little more and a little more give bending it. So different styles for those two different players in that shoe. I do like, though, in terms of feel, the upper here, it is a little more flexible. Not really to the KD VII. I still like the KD VII. But in terms of compare this to the Elite model of the KD VII, where it was this hyperposit throughout, you know, it's pretty stiff here, causing when I push down, kind of the back heel, your heel to kind of slip out there in the back. You really had to tie your shoelaces tight on this one. But so I do like this. It was a nice fit in terms of the shoe, but there was a few pain points in the shoe. It was right up here on the top portion of the shoe. So we'll have to kind of look at that. You know, and when I wore the Elite socks, it kind of really kind of squeezed the shoe in. I had to wear more of a thinner sock. Even when I wore barefoot, it felt a lot better, felt natural. With the thicker sock, it really pushed. It really didn't have room here to give. Just something to note. Of course, with the 4th of July here, they did come out with some other models. They did come out with a LeBron 12. I really did like that model. The LeBron 12, they really sparkled that red and that reflective graphics on the rear. That hyperposit material looked really nice up close and in person as when in the store. The Kyrie colors look bold too, very bold in that blue color. In the Kobe, if it was your style or not, I'm a big fan of the Kobe fit and feel, but it was definitely more of that patriotic look in terms of the American flag type of design. So that was the kind of the 4th of July collection Nike came out with. A pretty good collection for this year. I wasn't too disappointed. So I did like those LeBron, so I may have to think about that, of getting that particular shoe maybe down the road. And this shoe may have some potential as we see up the upcoming year. I did look at some of the Nike ID ones on site, so that definitely has some potential what you could do with the shoe. So we'll see how that plays out as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching today. You guys have a great day, and I'll do it on feet, and I'll take it from there. Take care.